has visited this Ashraya orphanage for about 1 week. During the said period, I observed several issues here, what the services rendered by Krishna Reddy, his wife Devi, and his children Madhusudan Reddy and Raja Reddy. Actually, this is an institution with the grace of his father Nalapareddy and mother Narsama also cooperated in some form or other, while just donating some land and also finance and also cooperation. With all these things, with inspiration, he is doing this job actually service oriented with conviction and commitment for the past 20 years, and practically he has collected several handicapped people, mentally retarded people from various areas like police stations, railway stations and also service homes. In this manner, there are people who are actually totally have got pus and also small insects is being, there is a terrible impact on the body, and this is a very great task for these people to render service in any manner, because it is a fact that there is a bad smell emitting and odor is also having a very bad smell, and it is very difficult to even to tolerate under such situations. And moreover, they were giving injections, bathing and several other services are being rendered. So it is not an ordinary task, and moreover, for all these things, actually Krishna Reddy was born with polio and also handicapped person, and having his children Sahakara Reddy and Madhu also are mentally retarded people. So with the cooperation of his wife Devi, this task is being carried out with great people in this way. And actually what happened, so he has come from an ordinary family, agriculture family, and also having commitment and conviction to do service for the cause of people who are not able to do anything, that is handicapped people and aged people of different ages and up to 80, 90 also. In this way, it is not an ordinary task for all these things, and moreover, it is a commitment by Sri Krishna Reddy and his children, including wife also, to sacrifice his life at the cost of their life, even though bad smell is emitting from their bodies, and ultimately even tolerating that bad smell or all that. With all these things, definitely there is an inspiration from Vincent Ferrer and his wife Anne Ferrer, and also his son Manju Ferrer, also to some extent inspiration for this person and his family people to carry out this tremendous and august program. In the same manner, it is also inspiration we got from Mother Teresa, who has done a lot, and moreover, even though she has come from a different Europe, and ultimately she was awarded the highest civil honor, Bharata Ratna. So very few people were awarded Bharata Ratna in the past for various reasons. As far as social service and humanitarian considerations, human values and all these things, Mother Teresa is the first lady to get the civil honor of Bharata Ratna. Earlier, there were also people who were given Bharata Ratna. Nelson Mandela, who has championed the cause of South Africa, and ultimately dawn of independence was dawn, and he was awarded Bharata Ratna by Indian government. Similarly, so here there is one Khan, Abdul Ghaffar Khan, who is actually, he was in United India before independence, and ultimately his country was also Afghanistan. Right now he is staying in Afghanistan, and whereas he never wanted to have Pakistan, and he has sacrificed till the last moment to have a united India. But unfortunately, India is divided into Pakistan and Hindustan. That is about it. And because this inspiration coming to the point, here in a small village, Patne Kalwa, there were no facilities, and moreover, the people who are totally neglected by the families, and moreover, they do not speak also, they don't have any addresses, and with all these things, and aged people, handicapped people, see, even they can't walk, and they cannot tell anything about their problem, observing these problems of these handicapped people and mentally retarded people with great inspiration. They have extended such a service which is never on the face of that. With all these things, definitely he was also awarded rewards and awards at the district level and state level also, and ultimately it is not the award for his doing, it is not, it is for himself having inspiration. Awards and rewards in these days are common, and we do not know, to some extent people who have not rendered very much service in their respective fields like literature or social service or political service or whatever it may be, but this is a real service where Mahatma Gandhi told many a time that guardians should be the rich people should be the guardian of the poor. In the same manner, humanity is higher, having higher values. There is no religion higher than truth and also humanity. So, having humanitarian consideration, it is only people with conviction and commitment, and Starreddy for the past 22 years, and moreover he has collected such people, and moreover these old people who are not able to do anything, and ultimately they do not have any addresses, and ultimately at the fag end of their life, after their demise, they have performed final mortals, see in their own way, that rituals according to Hindus or Muslims as the case may be. So these services is not ordinary in this on the face of that, and it is government is also come forward to do something for such institutions, rather where government is not taking up such institutions, and ultimately what government is not doing, and four individuals are carrying out this tremendous program for the cause and welfare of humanity, mankind, and these are important pillars of the society, and service to humanity, service to God, where Mahatma Gandhi told long back in his magazine Young India and Harijan. So with all these morals, commitment and conviction, they have dedicated their life, even the cost of their life, and sometimes there is a terrible smell, very bad smell emitting from the bodies like pus and other things, and ultimately it is very difficult to tolerate. With all these things at the cost of their life, they are sacrificing, they are rendering service. Apart from that, many people who have done, who are visiting this hospital, who are the ashram, and they have seen the problems, and ultimately it is only with a humble request of these people, family people, particularly these four people, are getting little considerations, donations and all these things, and it is very difficult to run the institution where people neglected by the parents are also being admitted. Few people who are aged, very few, number is very less, and ultimately service for the people, food, shelter and medical attention is 99% rather to say, and the strength is almost 35 or 36. So to carry out such noble programs, it is not an ordinary task, and moreover, I have not seen such a service anywhere throughout my life. I was in Delhi as editor, sub-editor for Socialist India, a mouthpiece of Congress organization. Similarly, that paper is now with titled as the change Congress and this. Similarly, from Andhra Pradesh also, Hyderabad, I served as a freelance journalist. With all these things, there is no tongue for any person, and words are not small to see, and words are not small, and it should come out in the form of a booklet. The services are rendered by Krishna Reddy, his wife Devi, and his children Madhu Sudhana Reddy, Rajshekhar Reddy, and God has to give long life and also commitment and also sacrifice for these people to carry out this program continuously, where as a freelance writer I am also asking and also requesting also to some extent people who have sufficient wealth. Say, Jatasya Maranam Dhruvam, if a person born, death is inevitable. Similarly, there is nobody who will be throughout, that is for centuries or for yugas. So there are so many Vedic sayings. Let noble thoughts come from every side in Rig Veda. That means You should not have any bad thoughts, noble thoughts in serving poor, neglected people. So it is a human service for the cause of humanity and mankind. My suggestion and my message to people of the world to carry out this program in the sense by these people should liberally contribute and donations to subject, whether kind in cash or in material. And I request also the people who are having philanthropic outlay, and moreover nothing will remain. What is remain in the world? It is only good and bad. And what you have done to the society, rather what has so a person should not ask what the country has to do for him. It is only that what is the contribution of us for the nation. So there are so many great people who have done a lot, and similarly these people's history also should be recorded, and ultimately in the shape of pamphlets or PCDs also it should be distributed, and it should also a sort of inspiration for others who want to take up this task and job, because some people are also having, but they don't have people who get inspiration, and ultimately such people are also have to visit this ashram, Ashraya orphanage, and see the work carrying out for the past so many years. So finally, what I want to say for all the people of the world who are kind enough, who are magnanimous, who are having humanitarian values, we have got philosophical bent of mind. I think we here say nowhere is God. Say every human being is potentially divine. One has to manifest the divinity by controlling nature. This is the distilled essence of our spiritual heritage. Science and democracy gives physical comforts, but not providing overlast happiness, indwelling divine spark. Without sublimating, transforming and integrating the human personality, which is the sole proprietor of Vedanta, whatever that is released will create itself and harm to the people. Egypt and Mesopotamian civilizations are striking instances. What I want to say, whatever my message is, for people with kindness, happiness, love and affection should carry out such programs, and people also, there is nothing will live. A person will perish. It is someday or other, either young or at adult age or at old age. It is nobody can escape from the clutches of death. So, understanding that when death is inevitable, birth is also inevitable, taking these views into consideration, people with a humanitarian outlook, humanitarian consideration should extend from various parts of this country, and ultimately the noble cause taken up by these people also should encourage to carry out programs. If there is no encouragement for people, it is not possible for them. It is not an ordinary issue. It runs in lakhs per year. At least for 30 people or 35 people, it go beyond 10 to 15 lakhs. And clothing, they are also cultivating clothes and other food items sometimes, and people who have visited, they used to give 1 square meal per a day, and some people, they may get, because here is Rayalaseema, including Anantapur, is also backward area, is a drought-prone area, and people, it is difficult to survive for themselves. When such is the case, philanthropic people, industrialists having nobility and magnanimity and officers of a status and kind should come forward, and they see the work done by these people, and after observation what they have done for these people will definitely do a betterment for their family people, their children. It is a good solution. See what they have done. Then they go to temples, they put some amount on hundis, but that is not the charity given by. You may have your some desires and all that. For fulfilling the desires, you may put some amount, cash or kind or gold or whatever. But actually that amounts to, because in several places, even Rishis also told, service to humanity, service to God. God never expects any gold. God never expects money. God never expects houses and also other material. But it is only a man is supposed to, because human being on the earth is the only person who have got intellect, and the lower animals, in between 80 lakhs, there is no intellect, there is no atma, there is no, it is only for human being. They are considering about what is good and what is bad. But animals, with lower animals, they don't have these things. And ultimately, finally, I am also requesting people on behalf of this institution, on behalf of these people, service rendered with commitment and conviction, and God has to give long life and also good health for the family people who are carrying out this. And ultimately, here my message for all the people in the country or outside the country, and recently one relative has come and he has seen what carrying out. They used to celebrate their child's birthday every year. This is the 5th year, and they came after observation. It is that program. It is this was put in WhatsApp and they seen, and see, as far their might, they have also provided one square meal, and ultimately I suggested with my close relative to donate liberally. He said that after going to USA, I will definitely do financial service and all that. So with all these, my final message for the people of this country, and also for survival of this institution, and for service done rendered for this institution, for handicapped people, old people, people with all diseases, definitely there is a humanity, and there is no love and affection, love all and hate none. This is a matter told by Satya Sai Baba of Puttaparthi. So you don't have any hatred over anybody, because on account of this hatred, without love and affection, there is a quarrel. Our country is in different equilibrium, and nations are also fighting for survival. So every human being should know you have to give choice to live and let live. So these are the proverbs quoted in Rig Vedas, Upanishads, and also Brahma Sutras, and as well you take either Bible or Quran or any other moral book, Quran and Bhagavad Gita also. Wherever you go, to whichever book you refer, these things are being appeared, and ultimately God blesses his family and his children also to carry this program without any hindrance, and ultimately, and people with great dedication, and also they come forward with providing food as well as donations in the form of kind of cash. Let noble thoughts come from your side. With all these things, I am closing my speech, and moreover, finally, my blessings also for this family and for this institution to run for centuries, and also for generation to generation. God is supreme. So under the garb of God only, we have to carry out all these things. God has to give the mind, also pleasure, and also humanitarian consideration for the people who are coming over here to donate when they see this carry out. Definitely, I hope people will definitely come forward, and ultimately what little they are going to think, definitely they will do it, and this institution will definitely improve from year to year, and ultimately people also have a good thing, and God also blesses, not for putting some money in the hundi, not for giving gold or some such thing. As long as you do whatever the service you do for weak, whatever the service you do for people who are totally getting by the society, handicapped, mentally retarded, such service will definitely yield fruits for the welfare of the people who have rendered or contributed some cash or kind. Thanking you for the program that I was given the opportunity to deliver small message on this noble occasion. Thank you.